My mic wasn't muted. I wasn't talking to you. I'm streaming. I'm working here. Daughter thought I was talking to her. Yeah, it might have been muted. It also might not have been. I was actually just moving my lips and not making any sound. Little trick I played on you guys. Little trick I played on you, Noon. Okay, maybe it was muted. What's going on? KC Killa, Jordan, Mustang, Fireball, what's going on? Welcome in everybody on this Thursday afternoon. I didn't have to think what day it was. Little weird schedule for today. Kid had a half day at school, so kind of a little schedule switcheroony, so go through some more shouting out. Wicked Ball, welcome in there. Legend over on Twitch, welcome in. Lucky Buck Native, Jordan Smallps, Eli, Justin, Big William, welcome in, you legends. So who's got a good feeling about Tyreals Might today? There really is no doubt in my mind it's dropping today. Like today. Got a few hours to stream. Gonna be legendary. Just legendary. William says he's on the toilet at work kind of gang. That's what you're doing right now, huh? Congratulations. How's that saying go? Owner makes $1 while you make a dime. That's why you sit on the toilet on the boss's time. Something like that. How's it go? You guys know how it goes. I didn't invent it. Burroon today, not Tyreals Might. Boy, that'd be disappointing, huh? Now that'd be cool. Get a Burroon. Haven't found one of those in a minute or two or three, maybe. Buck Native said just started a new Necro. Great timing. There you go. Have me on kind of in the background there while you're slaying away. Big Williams on the Tyreals train says Tyreals for sure. Hype, hype, hype. I like your optimism. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, G-Stacks knows what's up. Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna have to call up your boss friend. Wait. I'm your boss, so does that mean you're... Oh, awkward. Very awkward. Hypothetically, if I was, to be honest, you could just do your job from sitting down the whole time anyway. So really, it's fine if you... Wait a second. There we go. Didn't have an aura out. Oops, I must have missed one over here, huh? How'd I miss that? I could have swore I clicked that. Guess I didn't. There you go. Lucky knows what's up. That was word for word what I was thinking, yeah. Plus, I can't swear because my kid's sitting right there, so. She's sitting right there on her computer, so. Let's see, Justin, are you talking at work you go in a corner, or when you have to go to the bathroom you just go in the corner? Hopefully when you're at work you go hide in the corner. Fingers crossed right now. T-Dub, welcome in. Mother of God. So Tolthart, first and only warning, I didn't think I had to pin this every day, but everyone's really dumb. No politics in the chat, please. This is your one and only warning. If you say another thing, you will be permanently banned. I'm going to go ahead and pin this comment. Except that I don't know how to spell politics. Politics? There you go. Go ahead and Pin message.
Eli Penny
It's unfortunate I got to do that, but there's enough weirdos out there.
Incoming. Ooh.
Eli, yo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Tyreals might incoming. I hope so. Really hope so. Of course, I've been saying that for what, about 8 months now? So maybe more. Could have been even more than that. Where'd it go? There we go. Had the other thing up there. Tyreal Thursday, Lord Anticore. Yeah, there's really 100% chance that I find Tyreals might 60% of the time. Mathematical sciences. Inigo, what's going on? Welcome in over there. 5 minutes in streams already given ban warnings. Yeah, I mean, certain political people are like ridiculous about stuff, so you have to. It's been a rule on my stream for like years, but obviously right around elections and stuff, people just can't control themselves. So it is what it is. I used to just ignore it, not say anything, but then people like feed off each other, and then one spams it, and then other people spam it, and then like 25% of the stream leaves, because no matter which side's saying what, there's always going to be like a certain number of people that are really mad about it. The worst thing that I get mad about is when people aren't enjoying themselves on my stream. Big no-no. You must be happy all the time. Why not bail runs for Tyreals? Not the greatest idea. Bail can definitely drop Tyreals 100%, but getting to bails, well, it takes a long time. I don't know the drop odds from the like other monsters. You can definitely Worldstone Keep run. Density's reasonably good, and champions there can drop it for sure. But Worldstone Keep is souls and succubi and let's see, down in the throne room you can get dolls, and it's just just not fun in my opinion. Everyone's got their own opinion, but to me it's just not fun to do. Biff said he knew he'd come into some BS in chat. Yeah, it'll be a few days, and then hopefully it'll just die down and go away, and everyone just gets back to acting well. Not that everyone always acts normal, but we can. But people won't have to bring it up everywhere they are at all times. Dream death, yeah, pretty much exactly, yeah. No, just here to have a good time. True story. Yeah, this is me here to have a good time too, right? This is the time of day I get to play some video games. Ooh, yeah. Best place to start farming on a budget Nova Sorceress. Sometimes people ask me questions like, where do you farm on the Mosaic Assassin, or how do you set that up? And I'm like, yeah, I don't really play that one a lot. Nova Sorceress, I played a ton. I play that a ton. So usually off the bat, off the rip with a Nova Sorceress, if I'm on ladder, early ladder, farming the Countess and like killing packs on the way down to the Countess too with Nova Sorceress, I do. Arcane Sanctuary. Sound like Santa Claus is upstairs or something. Like a bunch of bells. But present too. Eldritch and Shank is a good spot. So those are kind of the first priorities right up. I don't know priorities, but those are the first good ones kind of right off the bat. Oh my goodness. James, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships on YouTube. James Davis. Very generous of you, very kind. And I'm sure that Shockwave, Tito, Bismay, a few other people there also thank you as well for those gifted memberships. James says, cheers all. Cheers to you. Knock off Coca-Cola. Cheers to you, my man. Biv hitting some of those emotes. Let's go. Yeah, feel free to use any of those emotes as much as you guys feel like, by the way. I don't shout that out a lot, but I spent time making those, so I love to see them. Plus, those ones on my face, I look so dumb that it's hilarious. It's just hilarious, I think. Those emotes that people make of the kind of, I mean, I didn't come up with the idea, but yeah, anytime people have emotes of their face that are like super zoomed in of the dumb looks they're making, I think it's so funny. Just so funny. Okay. Wicked Ball said he's thinking about going Blizzard Sork on the ladder. Okay. Yeah, I'd have to look into, I feel like it's been a while since the last ladder, so maybe I should start thinking about that, huh? Gotta be like in the next month or so, huh? I'm not even sure. Andisha, what's going on? Let's go fill the... I'm not sure what the rest of that means. I'm gonna assume it's a good thing, but I'm not gonna say it out loud just in case it means something I don't know. What am I gonna do once I find Tyreals Might? Slay demons. There's definitely other things I could do. Or figure it out. I do just love magic finding, so find another excuse to magic find, I guess. Let's see. Someone said just Archon. Was there an Archon somewhere I missed? Could have been for sure. I do miss things once in a while. What skill that is not viable that you would make good? I'm not really big on changing a lot of stuff. I'll look real quick, I guess. Oh, this is going to be a perfect obsession base. You made me come back for this. No, I was joking. Yeah, I meant to check it, but yeah, white and socketed stuff I miss so often because my eyes are just trained to look for unique stuff. So, oh, you meant like my reaction? When I find Tyreals Might, I'm just gonna find it. I'm gonna be like, I got it, boys. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. What's the foe skill level? We're at 46 on the skill level there on Fist of the Heavens. So what skill would I make more viable, or would I tune up, huh? I don't know. I'm not really good at that kind of stuff, I guess. Because the thing is, I could say a lot of stuff, but then when you turned it up, or this and that interaction that I wouldn't think of, and it would like break the game, you know. So I guess I'm not really great. I'm just not good at doing that kind of thing, I guess. Online summon Tornado Druid works well at 75. What's the best option to add that'll help physical immunes and health? So tornado summoner mixture, huh? Usually what they'll end up doing is go with Hurricane, but I don't know if you'll have enough points really. Well, if you've got Tornado, you could use Hurricane's cold. Isn't it half cold, half physical, I think that's usually what they'd use, and it doesn't work super fast, but it works. Also, if you're summoned, I think the Spirit Wolves do cold damage. Instead of the regular wolves, the Spirit Wolves, I think, do cold damage, if I'm not mistaken. That would be the best options, I guess. Yeah, skip them. There you go, Bill. Good call on that one. That would be the #1 choice, unless there's something you have to kill, or, you know, you're in the maggot layer and you can't teleport, and you get yourself a tele staff. There you go. Yeah, that's probably what I would do, is skip them and get a teleport staff to get past anything that you get, like, quote unquote can't. Would be my main advice. But if you have to kill them, those other two things I said. Son of War saying, yeah, next up, Ethereal Grail. Ooh, man. Don't think so. I can't do that. Online only Grail? Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. There is definitely some, just some, like, stuff I want to quote-unquote, like, learn or memorize, remember, whatever you want to call it, so... What I usually say to that question, like, what am I going to do after I finish, like, content-wise? I say I want to learn, like, some stuff into speedrunning, but I'm never going to be a pro speedrunner, nothing like that. I just want to learn enough about it to be able to, like, to look like I'm playing Diablo 2 and I know what I'm doing. You know? Like, I want an average Diablo 2 player to look at me playing and to be, like, impressed with how good I am. Not that I'd be the best in the world ever, but yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? I want to look like I do this full time. Second SOJ, says Tyler, just found in the last week. Yeah, Cheesy Andy will get it there for you. Yes, let's see. You have 2 and you're thinking about selling 1, huh? Yeah, I would do that probably for sure to get your first Annie. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Just doubly make sure that you're not going to have any issue. You never want to sell an SOJ and then not be able to take out Declone. All right. Declone's not really that hard, but you know, just in case, you know, especially if you never did it before or something. The monsters, jeez. Ooh, Smolps is impressed. Thank you so much. The best part of my stream is I look like one of you, so I'm relatable. Everyone's like, oh, look how terrible he is at this game. That's why I like watching him. It makes me feel better about myself. I'm just joking. That's not exactly what you said. Race has to go to South Florida for a week. Or in a week. For a week. No D2 for a while. Oof. You gotta get one of those emulators so you can like play it on your phone or something. Bad Omens, yeah, he said he just found Tyreals. I definitely, anytime I'm looking for something, I always find out exactly the second everybody finds it. If you can do Ubers, you can do Declone right. Oh, yeah. Declone is, if you can do like Uber Mephisto, Bail Diablo, if you did that exact character could just like wreck Declone in like 4 seconds. Declone is definitely way easier than those guys. Okay, all right. Another not perfect, but I mean, 3 max, 11 attack rating with a little cold damage. Yeah, not too bad. A little melee one. Not too bad. A little melee one. Ooh. Do. Diadem, probably should check that too, huh? Life Leech, love it. Channel for Fun saying, as a summon necro, you can attest to the fact that Arcane and Magulay are annoying for summon stuff. No doubt. Definitely one of the limitations there, huh? Open budget, so you're playing on some nice restaurants. Oh, you got the company card. Nice. Cardboard Warrior, welcome in. Hey, oh yeah, I did find Tyreals, might I forgot, in Diablo 4. Good point. G-Sex said he's gonna ride all the roller coasters in Disney for Phil, huh? I mean, Disney isn't exactly roller coaster central, but Guardians of the Galaxy was pretty sick. Oh, Vampire Bone gloves off of Big D himself. I don't know that I ever really pay attention to how these roll, so I don't know if this is really bad or good. But I mean, just in general, Drax on that Smiter, baby. Money, money, money. Or on a Frenzy Barb. That's cool. I think they roll Life Leech up to 10, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like the strength is low. I feel like everything's low, but I don't actually know. So either way, I got enough pairs of those at this point. 7 years into Holy Grail, but yeah. Let's see. There was a super cool Avatar one that wasn't a roller coaster, but it was a simulator, but it was like super cool. It was like you were laying on top of one of those dragons that are flying. Oh, the strength goes to 15. Okay, so it was a max. It was a max strength one. Let's put it there for now. And then at the Animal Kingdom, or whatever it's called now, I don't remember. Maybe they changed the name. There was one that was called Expedition Everest, I think, or some people just refer to it as the Yeti. It was a pretty cool roller coaster at the Animal Kingdom place or whatever, but James up a minute ago saying doesn't like in D4 how it seems like it just hands you everything. Yes, that seemed to be a conscious decision on their part to make it more like Diablo 3. So yeah. Because probably for a majority of like average Joes, like spending 3 years trying to hunt every one of the uniques in the game probably isn't something they wanted to do. But yeah. Zup saying those were bad, talking about the Drax. I didn't see your comment right away, but yeah, I thought they weren't great. Teague said D4 doesn't hand him anything, he takes it. Yeah, I mean, he just referred to the fact that it was like super rare to find the super rare stuff, and now they just keep making it easier and easier and easier and easier. Like, you don't even have to find the items, the rare items that you want anymore. You just have to find any items, and then you can just, well, if I found 3 of these, I can just click a button and get the exact item I want without having to find it. But yeah. G-Stack says he's been hunting Tyreals, Chamzad for 5 years, about to give up. Can't give up, bro. Is that even legal? Like, I don't even know what those words mean. G-Sex says doesn't know what Disney World has, never been to Florida. Well, yeah, it's quite far. I would say if I lived where you live, G-Stacks, I probably would never. I'd go to Disneyland, right? Not Disney World. Bobcat says can't stay long. Go into the big city for dinner. Ooh. Enjoy your meal. Thank you for hopping in and hitting that like button real quick, and everyone else, by the way, on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button for me, huh? Eh? You can do that for me, right? It's free. It's free. Disney trip equals empty bank account. It is unnecessarily expensive. This is true. This is very, very true. Talking about getting hard items, Ryan says, but you haven't spent a whole week trying to get 1 bar of experience before. Eesh, yeah, grinding experience is a rough one, that's for sure. Fred, yo! What's going on? J-Rox is gonna build my dream PC. Thoughts on AMD or Intel? I mean, I would say I pick Intel, or I mean, I pick AMD, but I don't really know a whole lot about computers and stuff. I don't even know why I prefer it. I watched some videos and people said it was better for gaming, and then I was like, okay, sure. Oh, Machine, who is this guy? Who is this guy? What's going on, Machine? With 29 months of Slayership. Long time no see, but welcome back in. Appreciate seeing you. Fuchi's good day. Insanity said he's an AMD type of person. Yeah, I mean, Intel just got kicked out the NASDAQ or something, right? Or was that out of the Dow? I can't remember. So that means you got to go AMD, right? Because that means something about it. This is Players 3, by the way. You can do Player 7 with this build, but it's just, you know, more fun to play on 3, I guess. Who? Because Intel's been going downhill, huh? Downhill. Ryan, and he says, Ryan, AMD NVIDIA combo. Yeah, that's what I'm rocking, and that's what I mean. I heard, you know, something this or that, blah blah blah. I probably heard the same things, kind of from some YouTube video, and was like, well, if it's on the internet, it's got to be true. So that's what I went with. I did my own research, you know, so. I did my own research, so I'm 100% confident that I know everything about the topic, and I would definitely go AMD. Pedro saying Intel CPUs, Intel chips are getting bricked right now because of some voltage problems. Okay, I didn't hear that, but I don't follow the stuff too much. I did hear, yeah, it was something about something cracking, the silicon in it cracking or something after not too long. I thought they had fixed it on newer chips, yeah, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, gonna do a 4090. They're 2K right now. That's expensive, yeah. I mean, unless you're like an enthusiast. Yeah, enthusiast. Yeah, that's the right word. You know, someone who just always gets the best of the best and stuff. I don't think almost anybody should really get, you know, stuff like that. So unless you're playing in like 4K with like, what's the highest refresh rate, like 244 hertz or something, like, I don't really think anyone really needs a 4090 much, because that also means that you need like a $500 or $600 or $700 or $800, probably like a $700 or $800 monitor to even display the super high graphics that you need for that kind of graphics from a game, right? So you'd probably be fine with a 4070 or something. So would be my guess. I don't know exactly what you need or do or whatever, but yeah. 5000 series coming up. Oh yeah, I haven't heard much anything about that. I haven't really looked into it too much, but what is fun to farm? I mean, that's super dependent on Zup. Yeah, that's super dependent on what people like to do personally, but Newsmith saying they're up to 480 nowadays. Ooh. Bobcat says, take care, guys. Peace out, Bobcat. Cookie butter shake back at Del Taco, Fred said. Never been to Del Taco. There was one not far from me. I don't know if it's still there, to be honest. I feel like it might have closed. But I'm definitely not a Del Taco expert. Stack's saying to going to New Orleans just for the food, nothing else. Food and Mardi Gras, I bet, right? You're gonna be going to the airport, handing your carry-on, and it's gonna accidentally fall open, and the whole entire giant carry-on is just gonna be full of beads. like $800 in beads. Don't you call those people from Michigese? I can tell that's some joke, but I don't get it. Definitely Michiganders, but am I going to be trying PoE 2? No, probably not. Not really much for trying to learn whole new games, really, at this point in my life, to be honest. Like, having to spend, like, 2 months trying to learn all the mechanics and stuff to some new game. $14 in Crooks, huh? Yeah, that's not too far from where I live, I guess. Not that very close either. G-Stacks, Bubbles wants you to be throwing beads at him, I see, huh? You think Noob tries PoE would get more traffic? Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, you guys, people would kind of hop in and watch it, but I'd have to like make myself do it because I don't really want to, you know what I mean? But I mean, hey, just do it for the money. Let's see. J-Rock is watching an interview. The game's gonna give you build and gear recommendations. I don't know. Yeah, Machine knows what's up. Mr. Krabs, my idol. My idol. MJ from a minute ago, didn't see it right away, but looking for a exile base. Players count make a difference, so it does, but players count will cause more items to drop, but it doesn't necessarily cause an exile base to drop. But if more items drop, there's a better chance that it will randomly select a base that could be good for exile. So you gotta kind of balance out or decide for your build and what you're doing. Like, is the higher players count causing me to get more items, or am I killing 4 times faster on P1, or am I killing faster on players 3 relative to 7? So then, you know, so, but in general, yes, a higher players count will cause more items to drop to get the base you're looking for. But those exile bases, if you're looking for a good one, I will just mention, I've been doing this for like 3 years on single player, and I haven't found a good exile base either, so. Are you saying you're not just playing D2 for those mad stacks? Yeah, I knew that this would be the easiest way to get rich, would be streaming Diablo 2. I just knew it. Everybody knows it. I play Diablo 2 because I sold out to the man. Yeah, G-Stacks plays D2 for the stacks. Ooh. Big William says PD2, or Path of Exile. PoE, I mean. Spiritual successors to D2. I've heard people say that. I've watched people play Path of Exile before because I get asked so much about it. And I don't know. It doesn't really, I don't know. Didn't really look that interesting to me. Didn't look like something. I mean, maybe I should just try it sometime, because isn't it free? It's free unless you get, like, you pay for the extra stash tabs and stuff, which is not required, but I heard it's essentially not literally required, but like, why would you not get them kind of situation. Yeah, free to play. Yeah. Jason says Path of Exile was awful. Huh. I don't think anyone's ever said that to me before. I'm gonna be honest. Viper said he's not a Path of Exile fan, so well, it's interesting. At least maybe I should put a poll up, huh? Is Path of Exile good? See how many. Yeah, if I did play it, from what I heard anyways, and this was not any expert take or like mandatory, but that you pretty much have to get the shared stash tabs if you're going to play it for any amount of time. But that was just a few different people that told me that. And that it's only like, you know, the game's free and then the tabs are like $10, so it's like, why don't you pay back the people who made the game at least by getting the tabs for playing it? So Adam B said he's still rocking LOD over on Pluggy. Doesn't see that changing. There's a real tried and true D2 fan right there. J-Rock says some streamers have shown you don't need it. Talking about the shared stash. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. I mean, it's obviously not like it's a fact you have to get it. You know, it was like a conglomerate of different people's opinions, but yeah. I got you. You had heard that you might not, so I got you. Sloth saying without the shared stash tab or without the extra stash tabs, it's essentially a free demo. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it more. It is free. It is free. I don't know if you guys knew this about me or not. I'm a big fan of free stuff. I'm really cheap. I'm cheap. I'm cheap, everybody. I'm cheap. Big fan of being cheap. Free's the right price, yeah. Free, and it doesn't take up any room in my house. One thing I don't like is like, oh, look at this stuff I got for free. Someone was throwing out this mannequin, so I took it. Now we have a mannequin. I'm like, what do we need a mannequin for? Here's an armoire I got for free. Like, I don't want an armoire in my house. Get out of here. Not that those are real life examples of anything. I was joking examples of like if somebody brought that free stuff to my house and was like, it was free though. Okay, I missed that. What's going on? What's going on, Bit? Didn't see up there. Pinby, what's going on? Sorry, I didn't getting a little behind. Yeah, Pinby saying you can try it, and then if you like it, you can get the stash tabs. That's what I was thinking. Frugal Phil. Fred, you're one of the only people I've ever seen that spelled that correctly. One of the only ones. Yeah, Pinby making the hair jokes up. That's my gimmick. Yeah, being bald is such a good value. Such a good value. Don't have to pay for haircuts. You don't need shampoo, hairspray. You don't need combs. It's just the savings are endless.
Let's go.
What bits? What is going on? 10 gifted Slayer ships from. Well, I can't say your name because my daughter's sitting right there, but I know your bit. Thank you so much, you Slayer. Very kind, very generous of you. Trading market's better on PoE, says Pinby. Better than D4, better than D2, better than what? Adam B saying only likes free with no strings attached. For me, it depends what. Like if someone gave me like a free 10 ounces of gold, I'd be like, yeah, I'd take it. Someone gave me like a free above ground swimming pool, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I missed a small charm? Not possible. Everyone knows I would never miss something like that. I'll go back for it. I'll go back. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Boy, that was right at the entrance too, huh? How about that? You made me come back for this. Sweetfield wouldn't take a free Griffin stuff. Well, it depends on the circumstance for that. That is extraordinarily circumstance dependent. If I wasn't a streamer, I would take free stuff all day, every day. I'd be snatching up free stuff so fast. If I wasn't a content creator / streamer. That's how I got like 50% of my gear on ladder. It was couple jewels. Pinby says similar or better than JSP. Gotcha. Okay. Maybe I will give it a whirl. I do get asked so much about that game that maybe I should just try it, huh? No, Bit. Don't do that to me. Don't do it. Noon and Night saying someone just popped off 5 Griffins for it. Like, just randomly dropped 5 Griffins in a game. Nice. I've never had that happen before. I'll take that back. One time, there was one time, and obviously I got on in the morning and someone had just got on and like looked at what their bot had got. I literally went into a game. Someone was looking for like 5 Ort runes or something. Like, I don't know, they must have been crafting something real quick or making a rune word or making a couple of rune words or something. And I was like, yeah, I got 5 Ort runes. And they're like, what do you want for it? I'm like, I don't know, you got some other like higher rune that I could actually use? And they were like, how about an Ohm rune? And I was like, sure. And they're like, oh, do you want anything else? And I was like, a Burr rune? And then they threw a Burr rune in there, and I was like, what? And then they were like, anything else you want? I was like, I don't know, I need like some more caster stuff. And they threw in an Arachna's Mesh. And then they're like, anything else? And I was like, geez, this guy's crazy. I don't know, like a Zod rune or something? He's like, oh, geez, you're asking for a lot there. He's like, I don't have a Zod, but here's 2 Chams. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, they had obviously just logged into their bot and just was like, look how baller I am, you know, kind of situation. PoE, wait, just have PoE Tuesday? Is that when it comes out or something? I didn't see. Oh, PoE 2 launches on December 6th. Okay. December 6th. Gotcha. No. Fred. No, do not DDoS. I'm like 70% clear on what DDoS is. I know it's bad for computers. You don't want someone to do it to you. The one thing I do know is don't do it. Don't. Yeah, direct denial of service. Yeah, that doesn't really clear anything up for me, but that's fine. I don't need to. In a single chat, it's not going to fully explain it to me. But yeah, I don't want it to happen. Don't do it. Ryan said he dropped a full inventory of gulls on a guy last week. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, like, obviously only someone who like bots is gonna have like that kind of stuff. I guess late enough in the season you could find that much stuff, but give me one quick second. I gotta go do something. Sorry. No. Not a big deal. Yeah, I was having printer problems. Had to deal with. Speaking of printer problems, that kind of reminds me, don't forget to hit the like button for me on YouTube there. Because those two things are related. No. The stepson texted me and said there was somebody here or something, and I wasn't fully sure what it meant. So I just ran upstairs to ask him real quick. No big deal. No big deal. So Thursday night football, huh? Boy, speaking of the daily fantasy football talk real quick, I got 5 guys questionable on my team. A little nerve-wracking. I will be honest though, one's the kicker. The unfortunate thing is the kicker's been so good I don't really want to cut him, even if he does sit out. Which is always painful to have 2 kickers on your team, but it's Cyber or whatever he is, the guy for you know who, Washington. Kickers win games. I mean, sometimes. This league that I play in too, the kicker scoring is upped like quite literally. If kickers now, they kick from so far away, kickers can get 7 points in this league, I think. If they kick like a a field goal at 60 yards or more, I literally think they can get 7 points in this league. So there's kickers sometimes that get like 32 points and stuff. You can't talk them out of it though. They got these crazy scoring in this league. Sometimes guys get like 60, 70 points. Like almost every week there's like one guy who gets like 70 points in the league, I swear. because they have like these bonuses that are just so high, and it's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. Fred's rocking Jake Bates, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Jason says, yep, I come to this channel for football. Well, can't make everybody happy. I'm only so interesting. I only have so many things to talk about. Trust me. Ask my daughter. How interesting am I? He's like, not that interesting, Dad. Bubbles, yeah, you would totally win if you were a football player. You'd probably be a linebacker. For sure. Maxim, Tyreals incoming. Better be. If you said it, it must be true. That means it's definitely gonna happen. Sweet Phil Fantasy Football Podcast. A little late in the season, the fire went up, but I mean, I guess I kind of always wanted to, but fantasy football is just such it's definitely something that I just have to do like for fun, because it's such like a saturated market at this point. Like if you got into fantasy football like 8 years ago, you know, or 10 years ago, like, I mean, doing a podcast on it or something, but now it's like every other person does a fantasy football podcast. I've been thinking about it. Still comes up in my mind every once in a while. Talking about, and I'm not how do I say this? Just something I've been thinking about, because okay, so here's what happened. I'll explain the whole story. So I've been watching these YouTube videos, right, of people refining like gold, just like in their garages and stuff. Super interesting. Just like the chemistry of it and stuff, and just how they like fully dissolve the gold into like a solution, and they like it's very interesting to take a metal, dissolve it into solution, then you mix in. So you dissolve it in the liquid, so you don't really see any gold. It just looks like just a plain liquid with nothing in it. You drop this chemical in it, and the gold all just falls out of the liquid. It's crazy. That is one of the guys, Pinby. Yep, that is one of the guys. Super interesting. So I was gonna ask, there's this whole thing. I knew people did this, but I want to see if there's anybody in here. Anyone in here like a gold stacker, silver stacker? Just curious. Stacking silver. Eli, yo, what's going on? Not even a slayer. Eli's not a slayer, no. He's a legendary slayer. Thank you so much for the, I think that's like 3 months or something. It doesn't have it when you change a credit card, or when you, I think when you maybe you miss a month or something, it doesn't tell me. I forget what the thing is, but it doesn't tell me how long, but I can tell it's not brand new. You've had it for a while. So thank you so much, Eli. Not a fight reaction channel. Someone gave him an ounce for a few. Okay, all right. For free. Yeah, back in the day, if it was like I don't remember exactly how long. If it was 15 years ago, 10 years ago, silver was like $5 an ounce. So it was pretty cheap back, you know. I was looking through some of my old coins. My grandma had bought me a silver ounce back in the day. I used to be into like coin collecting and like, you know, just searching through my coins, just seeing if I find any treasure in there, you know. You find a random old like I mean, back in the day when you were a kid, you're just like, ooh, a wheat penny, this is crazy, you know. Now it's like silver's up over 30. Kind of neat. Yeah, Marty up here a minute ago said hit that like button. Calling people nerds. Get him, Fred. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Nerds for breakfast. You can't have candy for breakfast. Everybody. Oh, daughter says you can have candy for breakfast. I didn't know that. Okay, well, guess I know what we're doing in my household from now on. Candy for breakfast. Bubble says finding wheat pennies still exciting for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it is kind of like oh, look, a wheat penny, cool, you know. The thing is that nobody gets change anymore. When's the last time I paid with cash and got change? Boy, it's been a while. Been a while. Sloth is a big cash user. Gotcha. Yeah, I usually don't. It's just way, you know, then you don't have to roll your change at the end of the month or at the end of the year or whatever, however often you use change or whatever. Plus, if you use a credit, I just put everything on the credit card, then you get points for it and stuff, so you get like free money, like getting a little tiny baby discount on everything. Invisus hasn't used a penny in like 20 years. Right. I haven't used pennies since I was like renting Sega Genesis games from the party store uptown. Buying like candy cigarettes and thinking it was like so edgy and cool. Here's 15 pennies for a pack of candy cigarettes. Legit. Jeers. Canada got rid of pennies? Or are you saying they should get rid of pennies? I feel like I would have heard that. They actually got rid of pennies in Canadian pennies? Huh, that's interesting. I mean, I get it, you know, like... I wonder how I didn't hear that. Huh. So they just round everything to the nearest 5, I'm guessing, huh? It's illegal to have it. I mean, that's actually kind of... So nothing could be like $1.99 then. I'm on board with that. PR manager for Phil for running for president. That's the closest thing to political will allow. Nothing more of that either, though. All pennies are gone. That's it's crazy to me that I didn't hear about that. It's odd to me that I didn't hear about that. Not a fight react is you're still hooked on those candy cigarettes. Just the candy sticks with the red tip on the end. Ooh. Are you American or yeah? I'm from Michigan, so I could literally, not giving away exactly where I live, don't like doxing myself, but I could drive like well, we'll say this, I could drive a half hour and be in Canada. They haven't had them in like 10 years? What? Interesting. 10 years, huh? I definitely went to Canada, but I mean, I've definitely been to Canada a few times since then, but I guess you just always use credit card, so you don't really think about it, I guess. Channel for Fun says hello from Europe. Okay, all right. This is pretty prime time for Europe, probably, huh? It's a good relaxing. Is it probably like 9 o'clock over there or something? Fred hates them. Canadians and Mexicans are Americans. I'm not sure if that's a joke or is that... Because I mean, if you're somebody who lives in Canada, you're Canadian, right? I'm not sure. Maybe I misunderstood something there. Not sure. Got a shout out from Scotland, DG McCool. What's going on? Scotland. Yeah, Jeer said the price to mint pennies is more than 1 cent. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense nowadays that after things inflated or whatever, you know, that to not have pennies, but... Americans, well, the thing is I guess I get what you're saying, and if you think about it, it depends how granular you want to, because we're the United States of America, so we're like American. Like, I get what you're saying that it's the continent is North America and South America, but like, I guess if you're Australian, you're from Australia, the continent, but Australia is also, you know, like, what is it? Is New Zealand considered part of the Australian continent? You know, it's kind of like you could be both. You could be European, but you can be Swedish as well, or whatever, or European. That's not a right example. I didn't say that. You could be German and you can be European, right? I guess. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I am overburdened.
Francois here a minute ago. Withdraw all your pennies, melt them down, sell them for a profit. Right? Good. I think it's illegal technically, but once you melt them down, who's going to know where you got the metal from, right? Isn't it illegal to like deface currency or something? Could be wrong there. Yeah, that's just something that like people told us when we were kids, kind of like you can't turn the light on in the car at night, like it's illegal. And you're like, wait a second, that's not illegal. Blessed of deflecting. Look at that, man. Ooh. Make a suit of made of coins, of pennies. I've definitely seen people where they I've seen ones where people did their entire floor, like of their like main floor of their house as pennies. I guess not in real life, it was pictures, but and then they just do a clear coat, like brush over a clear coat, or dump, pour over, I guess you call it. So Tasmania forgotten in the that Australian continent context. That's not the first one that came to mind for me, but okay, all right. Tasmania, most well known for their devils. It's legal if you make art. Interesting. I could see that being real too. I could literally see that being true, for like quote unquote defacing American currency not being legal if it's for making art. I feel like that's something that somebody would write into the law. Like that's like a super important thing they had to talk about. I don't know for certain, but Gear, yeah, I was thinking that in my head, but I couldn't remember for sure that pennies aren't made from copper anymore. I thought that was, maybe I'll Google it. I think it's before certain years, right? It is, the penny is 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper. Since 1982. So there you go. So it looks like, according to Google AI, in 1982 they started making them out of zinc, huh? And just plated the outside in copper. Gilded shield. I can't see. It's not ethereal, but it's a good one. 157. 157. Rough roll on the defense. But that's a pretty good item. It's a pretty good item right there. Herald of Zakaroon. Definitely got way better now already, so that's the only difference, right? The enhanced defense. Meme Coins said, only found one of those in 2 years. I found quite a few now. I obviously play a lot, being in the career path that I've chosen, but can you show Merc items? You know what? I'll just go over the whole build mega quick because I can't stream too long today. Just gonna go over the whole build. This is kind of behind me, but it don't matter. Heart of the Oak, Shaco. I just got a Spirit over here. I could have used a Haas too. It was a fine choice. This Pally amulet right here, pretty solid. Enigma, Trangs gloves, SOJ, Spiderweb sash there. We got some rare boots that are of tri-res variety. I know one's poison, but don't sue me. Don't fight me, bro. 5/5 over here, Call to Arms, and another Spirit just for the battle orders. On to the Merc you're asking about. So I got the Frenzy one with a Grief, an Azarath, a Chammed Ariats for him to get Cannot Be Frozen, and a Fortitude. So at send people back to the 108 mark if anyone else asks about the gear. Dave says, never found Haas. Congrats. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's a cool one. Haas is a cool one. 3/4 years into a Holy Grail, though. Definitely found quite a few of them by this point, but yeah, definitely cool. Or yeah, well, I think I actually did do this Act 5 Mercenary on my faux build guide. It's not required or anything, but it's definitely a build you can get away with it. I'm pretty sure I did, actually. Greg Kelly, yo, says smash that like button. Ooh. Yeah, anyone newer hopping in here, make sure you hit that like button for me. Appreciate you. Speaking of like button, I actually had I posted a video up a couple days ago, and not that it's like exploding, like I'm rich, but for my video editing channel, it actually kind of popped off a little bit. Got like a few thousand views just in like the first day. Pretty cool. Bib shouting out the Discord. What a legend. What a legend. Jeer said only had one tri-res boots drop without poison. I got a few, but I wonder, I don't even know what the best ones I have are. I know I get a lot of them that are like 2 good res, 2 good resistances, and then it's like 32 cold, like 28 lightning, and then like 5 fire, and I'm like, cool, thank you. But yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta drop off this gold, I forgot. Why didn't I talk YouTube into getting rid of the hard button on the chat? Yeah, what a worthless thing. I wish they would get rid of that for sure, but won't listen to your boy Sweet Phil. But of course, no, they're too busy. Like, I don't know if you guys notice on videos, the last like 10% of the play amount that it shows, the play bar, is like pink now. It's red, and then the last 10% transitions to pink. They're too busy doing that instead of like getting this stinking heart out of the way on chat. Like, if someone wants to put a heart or some reaction into chat, they're gonna just do one. Okay, just, you don't need a shortcut to it. Am I right? Freedom Mind Blast. Oh yeah. You're always keeping the bald man down, right? Unbelievable. Greg Kelly saying four Shakos in the last week. Chukonu and a gold strike. All right. Good for the enchant sork. Just blowing it up, right? Ooh. I wonder how. I don't know. Demon Machine, Chukonu. So that's like this item is the like middle base, right? Isn't there a death machine that's like a higher, the next one higher? Just like Gothic Bow goes up to Hydra Bow, right? Am I not mistaken? Or can Chukonus not be upgraded? Can't remember for sure. Brain's melting at this point. So Lord Anticore, yeah, I've tried to use that, but there's actually something with it I discovered. So yeah, so Lord Anticore here over on Twitch has talked about the speedrunner extension that they use to show their gear, and I could use that for offline single player, but actually I can't use it because if you remember, they used to have it like locked down so nobody could like get mods to work for D2R, and then they relaxed it and they made some changes, and that's when everyone started making like the BT Diablo, and they made Diablo D2R reimagined and D2R remodded and all the different mods. Originally they didn't have that. The thing is these offline single player characters, I made these before that change was made. So the thing that causes mods to not be able to work with D2R is locked into these character files. The only way that I could use that, and I actually discovered this, I was messaging with the guys that developed it, I messaged with Jim. Oh, I didn't drop my gold off. Gymnasium and is it Phineas? I think a couple speedrunner dudes, great dudes. You know, the ones that made it up, I think, or they at least work with it. And they didn't even really realize or know that that's what happened. But I found it out because it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I was trying to get it work. I was trying to get it to work, and it wouldn't. And then I started to find out that if I created a new character, it didn't matter what gear I put on him or anything. New characters would work. But the characters I created before these changes happened, the mod can't read them. It'll read them like once at first, and then it won't be able to like connect to them ever again. I'm not sure exactly what went on. They couldn't really fully explain it, but I knew I didn't want to like waste their time, because I know they're not like a paid dev machine, you know, or dev team for the thing, or they just did it for, you know, they're just doing it for free for the community or whatever. So I didn't want to waste them with something waste their time with something like this. So Crazy D saying anytime YouTube touches the UI, getting back to the YouTube streaming thing up here a minute ago, says the UI gets worse anytime they touch it. Not about every time, but yeah. And someone mentioned that even though YouTube has all this money, they don't put any money into the streaming. They really don't. They really don't at all. To be honest, like, YouTube is easier to like get noticed and to build community and stuff. But Twitch's like streaming thing and like the interaction and all the different things you can do on Twitch is kind of better. But yeah. Fred says T. Higgins need to play. Jumping back to some NFL talk. Yeah, I don't have him anywhere, so I haven't really followed. I don't have Chase anywhere, so I did see he was questionable because somebody. I was thinking about offering a trade up for somebody who has T. Higgins this week, like, because it's getting to the point in the season in my keeper league where people like they really need to decide like are they going for it or not, and they might have to like win the next couple of weeks to like make the playoffs, and they think they can make a push if they do. But you know, I thought about doing a little tradey trade or something, but so I did see he was questionable. Ooh, double durability, Arachnid's mesh. They're more, yeah, they're fighting ad blockers. That's what they're doing. What happened to the drinking stream? Well, today is Thursday. I don't usually do drinking streams on Thursdays, but not a fight. G-Stacks is a true D2 legend. That's how he's in, hopping into all the streams, right? Just a legend. Not a fight reaction saying Twitch question mark? Never heard of Twitch before. Boy, speaking of UI problems, Twitch's new, they updated the Twitch app for people's phones, so it's like a feed, like it's TikTok or something. So dumb, so dumb. Yeah, Greg, Goff is a good option. I mean, he's not gonna be number one in the league fantasy point wise, but he's gonna be a good option for you. Boy, I got to roll with Stafford this week. I think I've made some bad choices with quarterbacks, so it's kind of my own fault. I got to live with the consequences. So. So let's see, your son named your YouTube account. It's all right. Nothing offensive about it or anything. Whoop, there we go. Oh wait, did I? Oh, I think I was only like a little bit into the last run. I forgot what I was doing. I forgot I had just gone to drop off some gold. Oh well. Thirsty Thursday? Well, maybe back in my younger years, but boy, back when I was younger, when I was, when I was sitting at like 25, man, there was a bar by my house that did dollar beers on Wednesdays. And then there was a bar that did like a dollar beers for women on Thursdays. Not for men though, just for women. Marketing scheme right there. That's discrimination. But anyways. And then of course Friday and Saturday, yeah, those can't do that. I don't live like that no more. Thinking about maybe having a drink tonight, maybe. I've been trying to tone back a little bit, but I also don't want to, so it's hard to do something you don't want to do, right? $6 now at the bar? Well, it depends what you get. Obviously, I was talking just like the dollar beers on Wednesdays was just domestics. I think that bar still does, they do $2 beers on Wednesdays now. So, I'm pretty sure. Boy, we used to pack that place. Like, for what I would literally talk to people who would be, friends that were at the bar or friends that I made from people who were all going to the bar for Wednesdays. And they would literally be like, man, on the weekends, I'm just like not even looking forward to it anymore. I'm just always looking forward to Wednesdays, like that's literally how it was. It's like, we don't even look forward to weekends anymore. We just look forward to Wednesdays. I didn't see the full context, but yeah, Fred saying how many people can credit YouTube for their home and car repairs. Yeah, no doubt. Boy, the number of things, yeah. I just the other day or about a week ago, I replaced the what do you even call it? There's like a insert that goes inside of your the knob for your shower. I just replaced that the other day, and I didn't know how to do it. Looked it up. I thought I knew how to do it, but then it wouldn't move, and I found out it was just so old that it was like stuck in there. You got to pull it out. Man, I replaced the circuit, the motherboard in my refrigerator because it like broke and went defective. My refrigerator was going crazy. Replaced this water valve in my dishwasher, so I didn't have to buy a new dishwasher. YouTube videos probably saved me, just between the refrigerator and the dishwasher. If I didn't know how to fix them, if I couldn't look it up on YouTube, I mean, it probably saved me $3 grand. And those both happened in the same year. They probably saved me $3 grand that year. Crazy. And that's the number of times I've looked up how to change brakes on this car or that car that I had to do, and yeah, no doubt. No doubt. See, Jason was Thursday for the game. 750 was shocked. Thursday for the game. What is the game? I might have missed what it was. So. The game on Thursday.
I am overburdened.
Sloth said fix his toilet on YouTube. I did learn how to install one from YouTube. So I've installed a couple since then. But yeah. Juan says, back in my day, it was a nickel draws of Natty Light, 25-cent mixed drinks. Boy, yeah, that sounds like a 1960s type. That's like something my parents told me. Dude, my parents used to tell me crazy stories. So the drinking age was only 18 when my parents were in high school. And my dad told me that people would get like, because football games like in high school would start at like 7 o'clock at night or whatever. They would get out of school, go up to the bar, drink, come back to play football for their game that night. I'm like, what? You go to the bar after school? Jeez, that's crazy.
I am overburdened.
Just crazy. Marty says a lot of low IQ fixes on YouTube, so you got to watch out. Could be kind of a double-edged sword for. Yeah, true, but I mean, usually if it's a bad, you just click off and go to another one. There isn't usually ones that are like completely made up that like if you follow them, you just like nuke your whatever you're working on. You know what I mean? Usually you look at it, and you're just like, oh, this is terribly explained, or like the cameras are terrible. Next one. Mitt got caught with that behind YouTube chat. You're all good. Happens to the best of us. Of course it can't be. Crazy D saying that's the average experience for young adults in Europe. Is it now? I knew that there's certain places where there's like you can drink wine at any age as long as you have parental consent or something in certain countries and stuff like. I don't know all the rules all around, so yeah, but I guess that is UK. It went out at 16, says Sloth. Well, in the United States that seems weird. It'd be super weird too because based upon how old my parents were, the drinking age went from 18 to 21 when they were in between that age. So they could drink for like a year and a half, and then when they were 19, the law changed to 21, and then they couldn't drink anymore. But then, of course, back then it was like, I don't know. Considering it was the day and age of when it was, and also where my parents grew up, like out in the middle of nowhere in the country. And plus it was, you know, that was in 70s, 70 something. It would have been 71 or something like that. I don't even know for sure, but have to Google machine it. But drinking age is 18 in Canada. Thought it was 19 in Canada, unless they lowered it since I was, I don't know if they, maybe they lowered it in the last 15 years. Yeah, trust me, being a half hour from the border in Michigan, trust me, I am well acquainted with the drinking age in Canada. Well acquainted. Oh, Sam just saying, he says it's according to province, so there are some provinces that are 18. Interesting. I thought it was 19 everywhere in Canada, but yeah, I guess I don't, I just know the one that's by Michigan. I just assumed it was like a federal situation. Yeah, Greg saying he took full advantage of it as well, where he lives close to Canada as well. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty common for pretty common. Lord Anticore saying it's 16 where he's at. You learn to be responsible with it. Yeah, I could honestly see an argument for why. I don't mean like why you want to have it younger, but like I could see an argument that learning to be responsible with it, you know, when you're still around your parents and they can yell at you about it, I could see the argument there. But I mean, really, yeah. But also, it's not really good for you in any way, and like, I guess it's fun, but it's not good for you, so you also like don't want to incentivize people doing it for longer. And I mean, you know, stuff. Not a argument that I'm gonna make really either way. It is pretty much what I'm getting at. Renado. Meyer says he's boring and doesn't drink. That's not boring. I mean, the stuff's not good for you. Like, we ain't, I mean, more power to you. More power to you. I mean, I have probably drink more than I should, to be perfectly honest, but if someone asked me if they should or another double durability, it's crazy how often they roll double durability like set. If anyone asked me if they should, I'd be like, no, you shouldn't, because it's like mild poison, right? So, but yeah. Speaking of, might get some whiskey tonight. Thursday Night Football on, right? Good old Dole Rune. Man, come on, give me something here, game. Give me something. Can't believe I haven't got a rune yet, huh? Mantis, yeah. See, don't feel bad. See. Fred says, maybe 21's a good age. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think it is, I guess. But yeah. It's whatever. But anyways. Oh, I should tell you guys my massive parlay that I'm going to hit this week. I know not everyone an NFL fan, but massive parlay. I'm gonna be rich. And by rich, I mean I'm gonna win like $100 because I don't bet very much money. Because I'm not that kind of person. Someone tell Istan that he's about 2 hours behind on the stream. Inform your ignorance, not crazy D. Yeah, and pretty much people, most people, not everybody, of course, but a lot of people that aren't from the United States don't know a lot about football. And then there's people that from the United States that don't like football, right? G-Stacks ain't a big football fan, foosball, but yeah. So yeah, Fred, actually, I did have this thought before, and like I said, this isn't some super important thing to me or whatever, but I actually kind of think that maybe doing kind of like Canada, where the drinking age would be 19, but I think maybe military should be 19 instead of 18. Just make them both the same there. How many point different props you got to hit, Sweet Phil? I do know that I have 9 things, but they're like yardage props and stuff like that. They're not all. Let me look at it real quick. It's something that I'm interested in. So I don't know. Unfortunately, sorry if not everyone's interested in it. I'm gonna read off real quick what my one parlay is here. I might do another one too, maybe. I usually do one super early before the lines shift. The lines, not lions. The lines shift. And then maybe I'll do another one that's smaller, like more closer to it. So I got Cortland Sutton over 50 yards against KC. Guaranteed. 100% gonna hit. And the thing is too, is I pick ones with lower yardage lines that have the odds they don't pay out as much, but they're like more guaranteed to hit. Been working out for me so far. But 50 yards for Cortland Sutton, 60 over 60 for Puka. Derrick Henry rushing yards over 60 against the Bengals. I mean, I wanted to do more, but I didn't want to like risk it or whatever. I got Tyrone Tracy over 50 against Carolina. I also did, and this one I'm not sure, but Malik Neighbors over 50. He's a little hit or miss, especially depending how the game goes here. Jahmyr Gibbs rushing plus receiving over 75. And then David Montgomery rushing plus receiving over 50. Guaranteed right there. Bijan over 60 rushing only. And then one that's a little bit, we'll see what happens. Juwan Johnson over 25 receiving. Over 25 receiving. So yeah. So you can wait a little bit though, right? No. All right, well, I'll get you dinner in a little bit. You fine with another taco? Yeah. Okay. You're not going to hit the Sutton line? Get out of here. That Sutton line he's going to hit in the first half. For sure. Just because it's against your boys, Fred. Against your boys. I'm not saying Denver's going to win. But I mean, you don't think Bo Nix is going to have like 130 yards passing this game? I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. Unearthed wand. Where's the loot? True story. True story. I feel like ever since Terrorized Andy popped up, like I don't know if I don't believe that. Sorry for stuttering so much here. Forgive me. Because Terrorized Andy drops so much, it makes everything else seem like the drops are like way worse, I feel. Ever since TZ Andy popped up. I honestly think that's what it is. Ryan said when they changed the age back in the day from 18 to 21, they grandfathered. Oh, hold up one second. 3 to max with 18 attack rating. Another not too bad one. Not too bad one. Right there for a fine small charm. Not too bad. 318. Maybe we'll check that. I think I might have other stuff better, but yeah. No. This is offline single player. Offline single player right here. Yeah, I do know that Kansas City is quote unquote like give up. They're like the worst in the league against tight ends. I do know that, but I mean 50 yards for Cortland Sutton. I think Sutton's had over 100 the last 2 games in a row. So, I mean, obviously the opponent does matter and all that good stuff. But I mean 50 yards. We'll see. We'll see. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Hey, can one of you fellas tell Instina that he's like 2 hours behind on the stream, or like he's like an hour behind? I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, you did already? All right. Well, never mind, I guess. Trash, what's going on? Says Phil and fellas, let's go. Not even death, huh? No good. Maybe this. With your, what should you do with a jaw rune after Infinity? Well, Infinity doesn't use a jaw rune, but you probably mean make an Enigma. Drop Amazon or make a Phoenix, a Boazon. I'm not a big Boazon fan, so Phoenix is pretty cool. Next jaw rune, huh? After probably Enigma. Yeah, I mean maybe Phoenix. Vex low jaw. I might say Phoenix, because I mean the fire sorceress, it's cool throwing on a Javazon. It's cool to you know, whatever. So that's what I do, I guess. Oh no, Trash rolled his ankle. Sorry to hear that. Boy, that's like a 3-month injury at our age. Or wait, you're older, aren't you? So yeah, you're probably over for you. I'm just joking. That's rough. Nusmas says, have a good day, Phil. All right, peace out. We have a wonderful rest of your day. Max found a jaw, then an ohm, some miles, and ist. Do I save up the cube to a burr or make a CTA? Do you have Enigma yet? Oh, okay, a 3-socketer. I mean, I guess that's kind of only a treachery base, isn't it? That's kind of 3-socketed on that is kind of only a treachery base. Good treachery base, I guess. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Nope. Ah, well, anyways. Man, I would probably make the call to arms, I guess, but I would probably run like lower Kuros to try to get, if at all possible, I mean, if you're on single player offline. Yeah, no, because I wouldn't cube all those up if you don't really have a lot of good rune words yet. I'd probably make a call to arms, I think. Good LK setup. Yeah, I would make the call to arms before worrying about cubing up, I guess. That's a little too much. Oh no, Fight React says Charseed is first. Oh my gosh, Charseed is first CTA accident. Oof. That's gonna be a problem. CTA is a huge, someone said CTA huge up here, huge survivability boost for you, and don't underestimate how much it helps your mercenary too. It's huge, just huge. What do you think about the reimagine mod? I'm not a D2 mod kind of guy. I don't really like mods that people make for Diablo 2 at all. Insta, are you up to speed now? Up to speed now? Instana Landis, I believe is the pronunciation there, possibly. What shield am I using? Insanity. It's just a spirit. Just a spirit shield. What? Max found... Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention. Or Bob or Bill or... Oh, I didn't battle order. Speaking of the power of call to arms, I didn't battle order up. He got messed up. Just messed right up. Found an ethereal Reaper's Toll on your first pit run off the first pack ever. Jeez. That, my friend, is crazy. I've never found an ethereal Reaper's Toll before. Crazy. Oh, it wasn't. I thought you said it was ethereal. So you just mean the Reaper's Toll. Gotcha. I misread it, I guess. Somehow. Okay, P7 want to make sure I'm not wasting my time for Enigma. Quickest way when I'm not strong. Yes, to like the most guaranteed, consistent, fastest way to get the runes to make Enigma is running players 7 chaos. Make sure you have a good map though. Like, and if you don't know what I mean by good map, make sure you look up a guide for it or something just to kind of show you what to look for the map. You want to have pretty much the 2 campfires close to the waypoint. If you didn't know that, you might have known it. Maybe you do, maybe. I'm not sure, but if you didn't, you have to have both really close to the waypoint, and you want to just spam it as fast as you can, pretty much. Sorceress, just telekinesis, carry keys with you. And the thing is you can find burr runes out of there. A burr is the highest you can find out of the super chests, but you're not likely to find a burr rune necessarily. You can, I have before, but you're more likely to find the Sur rune, and they're so much more likely that you can cube those up to 2 of them make a burr, and then so 4 of them makes a jaw. So it does, I'm gonna tell you, it still does take forever, just an FYI. So like, it probably, you could always get lucky and you can do it in like just like several hours, but probably not. It took me like 4,000 runs to do it, to make Enigma the first time I did, which is like 40 or 60 hours. So I'm just letting you know. I forget how long it took exactly, but well, well, technically, see, Fred, it is a sure thing if you do it enough. It is a sure thing. It's the most sure thing. Yeah, it took me in my old Diablo 2, it took me 2 years to drop my first jaw rune, slaying monsters in the regular fashion, so. Gotcha, Istana. Gotcha on the pronunciation there. Sir's the highest that Slap has found, after so many runs. Yeah, not surprising. The Burr rune is not... You're much more likely to find 2 Sirs to make a Burr than you are to find the Burr rune, actually, so... From what I remember. I believe that's true. Drewby saying, yeah, got both right next to the waypoint, so okay, sounds good. So yeah, player 7, that's the way to go. One Sir in 500 runs. Yeah, that's not bad at all. They say on average, you should get 1 high rune per 500 runs. So, and by high rune, like you could find 1 Vex, and that counts. That would kind of count towards your 1 high rune. So, finding a Sir rune in 500 runs is pretty reasonably good luck, to be honest. Like I'd be, if someone said, okay, all I can guarantee you is 1 Sir in 500 runs, I'd be like that's sick. Because I'll tell you this, I did a video where I did 1,000 runs, and I did not get a single high rune. The highest I got was like Gull. So, but I've also found an Olm, a Vex, and a Sir in like 2 Ists and a Gull in 500 runs before. So, just one of them things, right? Yeah, Meme Coin said he got 2 Burrs and a Sir in 1,000 runs. Woo! That's the dream right there. That's the dream. Oopsie. Istanase, and he found a Jaw and a Burr in 1 chaos run. Yeah, I mean, that's not common. Not common. Take that to the bank. $111 magic fine on players 1. Yeah, that's the guaranteed way there. To find Tyreals might. Maybe, it could be. I can't say it's not. Can't say it's not. You might have got super lucky, or it's guaranteed. Chaos definitely a good spot for runes. Yeah, Istana saying yeah he thinks it's best. It's a really good overall area. Have not been getting lucky yet. I have a reasonable amount of magic find, and it's players 3, so the drop chance is good enough that I just feel like I've been getting really unlucky. 16 to minimum, huh? Why did I think minimum damage could only go up to 15? Obviously, you can go higher. Must go to 20? Maybe? I don't know. How many Zods? I've only ever found Zod 1 time. Just once. I've probably found... between, like, online and... I know I found a couple on... Well, if you found them on PD2, I found a couple, but I can't really count those because the drop odds are so jacked up. They're so cranked up on PD2 that it's like... that, you can't really count that. I think I probably found 3 or 4 on regular Diablo 2. Between regular, like, old school Diablo 2 and D2R and, like, online and on single player. So, maybe more than that, actually. Actually, maybe 4 or 5. I think I found, like, 3 just on D2R single player here. And I know I found at least 2 on single player LOD, so... Matt Baker said he first playing a sorceress dropped a jaw right off the bat. Man, all you people's luck. Who out there gets bad luck besides me? Come on. Can't just be me. I can't even find 220 Java gloves. So let's see. Official. Who? Not sure on the name there. My apologies. But yeah, 78 Sork. Fire and Ice. First character on ladder. What should I do? Gain levels. Trying to farm Mephisto and Andy, but low experience. Yeah, those. So farming Mephisto and Andy, you're not going to get good experience, but hopefully you should be finding gear every once in a while. So you're kind of upgrading your gear. At 78, you should be able to have beaten the game by now. I hope. It's hard to say exactly, but at that level, you should be able to maybe beat the game, depending on where you put your points and stuff, I guess. But yeah, dual specking fire and cold. I mean, yeah, I would have a lot of questions before I'd have to be able to give you a lot of advice, but you shouldn't really have to level anymore at this point. I mean, you could definitely to get a few more levels to help you out a little bit, but you shouldn't necessarily have to. Beuza saying he's only ever found one SOJ ever. Just one. Yeah, I had only ever found one until I started streaming D2. So up until like 5 years ago, I only ever found one SOJ my whole life before that. So I'm right there with you. Greg says gonna kick a barrel and find Tyreals might. Not sure you can, but that would be, I would love it though. It'd be like, look how glitched this is. I found Tyreals from a barrel. The clip would go viral. It'd be great. Ah, you were just given one, didn't find it. Gotcha. Thought I heard a jewel drop. Guess not. Meme coins, yeah. They first, I had to do that a lot. I've probably found 3 of them on offline single player now, outside of Nightmare Andy. But, yeah, the first 2, I ground to get one. I think I did like 1,500 Nightmare Andy runs, something stupid like that. And then the second one I got, I was like, all right, I'm going to grind out runs because I want to get a second one. And I found my SOJ on the 89th run. And I was like, well, I'm done running this then. That's what I got, the one Annie, I mean, and one SOJ to use. But since then, I've found, I think, 3 more just from random spots around the game. Crazy D says, all this, I dropped this and this and this. And he's like, I haven't even beaten hell yet. Yeah, it happens, man. Everyone's at a different point. Playing one of the best games in the world, though, so. You'll get there. 5 o'clock, huh? miss your lidless, but I heard it's not as good as it used to be. Yeah, no, lidless isn't used hardly at all anymore. Pretty much rune words kind of rule the day. So for sorceresses, spirit is like where it's at. Spirit shield. Bias looks, it can't get an SOJ to drop in single player. Yeah, I mean the most guaranteed, it could take you a long time, but like we were talking about a minute ago, Nightmare and Dario get the players count up and a ton of magic find to kind of increase the chances. And like I said, one time it took me like 1,500 runs, one time it took me 89 runs. So, and I've had it in between. One time I did it, it was like the 800th run I got an SOJ. So, but yeah. What is this thing? Oh, Black Bog. So yeah, couldn't remember which one that was. Could not remember. Fred says, peace out, Salayas. Peace out, Fred. See you later. Vice looks at was running Andy, found 4 Shakos, but not an SOJ. Yeah, and I don't know if you caught that part or not. To find an SOJ, you have the best chance from Nightmare Andy. From when stuff is not terrorized or anything, just normal running. Nightmare and Dario. Hell and Dario on players 8. Yeah, even Hell Andy has a good choice, pretty good chance, I suppose, relative, but yeah. I had to run Nightmare Andy a bunch to get it, so. Oh boy. Does experience gain decrease? So Matt B, it doesn't actually like just decrease. Just the amount you need to level goes up. But if your character's level's too far away from the monster's level, then you'll get almost like no experience from them. That's why at a certain level, you literally have to like run terror zones. I think from the math that I've seen from certain people, I think literally in every circumstance, after level 96, terror zones is like way faster. Some people will argue doing it even earlier than that, which, you know, I'm not really much of a leveler, but yeah, if you're like 95 plus, you got to run the terror zones or whatever. Before that, you could argue running like full chaos games or something would be faster. But yeah, that's why back in the day, because the only monsters that were high enough for a high level character to get experience from, a meaningful amount of experience, I mean, were Diablo, Bale, and I think Neolithic. People would have to spam farm, like seal popping and spam farm Diablo over and over to get experience, and only Diablo would give you any meaningful amount of experience. I think you get like, I don't even know what it is. I'd have to look up what it is, but it seems something like you only get like 1/100th of the experience from a monster if you're like, it must be 10 levels higher or something like that. Marty says TZ's after 83. I feel like that's too low. Like, I don't know. I would never do that, but I'm not really a guy who loves leveling, like spam leveling, so I don't really 99 push very often, or almost never. So, should I go Spirit or Haas on your pally? So, Aegon. Depends. Usually on Fist of the Heavens Paladin, I don't know about usually, but I think either or can have a good argument. Maybe even with, I would kind of lean for Haas. On a Hammerden, I think the FCR to get to your 125 breakpoint is more important. So on a Hammerden, I go Spirit, and then on a Fist of the Heavens Paladin, I usually go with the Haas, but this particular time I'm going with Spirit. I got enough Berserk axes, so I don't really need to check that. Drewby said, got a Java skiller, first one at LK. Yeah, another good thing about LK, charms and jewels and gems and whatnot, crafting material. That's what I would almost always recommend very early on a single player account. It's, you know, people start with a sorceress and then run lower Kuros, one of the first things, you know. Best place at what level as a Javazon if you're in your 80s? Cows, you don't really get good experience, unfortunately, and a Javazon, that's like the best thing. Let's see. It's going to be a little bit gear dependent because Javazon actually does wreck like on bail runs, just melts every pack. Yeah, I don't level a ton of Javazons, but I mean, it might even say bail runs, so like get a Sunder Charm and Energy Shield Chain Lightning. That's if you're doing it in groups. I mean, if you're online jumping into games with people, you could do bail runs and chaos and stuff like that. Oh man, 8,500 runs and you only got one Sir, one Low, and one Ohm. That's rough. I'm gonna be honest. I would have probably, even if you have a good map, I would probably just reset it. To be perfectly honest, I would have reset it way before that. The one time I did 1,000 runs, I reset the map after 1,000, and I was like, I'm not doing this one anymore. I did 1,000 runs without getting a high rune. And I was like, nope, 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 nope. So. How do you reset the maps? You just go back to Nightmare and then come back to Hell, and you'll have a different map seed. And then if you don't like that one, just take your character, go back to Nightmare one time, and join into Nightmare, and then join back into Hell, and you'll have a different map again. Let's see. So looking at the time here, we got 150 y'all Slayers hanging out, but yeah, actually the viewership just ticked up too. But I gotta hop off, fellas. Sorry, I've been on for 2 hours. I knew I couldn't stream very long, and I gotta go make dinner, get dinner for me and the kids. So wife's working tonight, so she ain't even home and stuff. So so yeah, official. Yeah, offline only. Yeah, so online, every game you join, you have a new map. But to get a new map, if you're in Hell difficulty single player, you just join into normal or Nightmare, and then join into Hell again. Yeah, new map. So, but I don't want to do that because it's going to reset my maps, and I don't want to. So, just hang out a bit. So, yeah, appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you so much. A few people did some gifted memberships. Let me shout out Eli Bit. Bubbles re-upping his almost Coming around on 3 years there, huh? 5 gifted Slayership from James and Eli earlier there with a super chat as well. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and huge shout out. Somebody gave me a huge super thanks on a video the other day, a huge one. So I forget the person's name, but if it's you, shout out to you, because what a legend, what a legend. So thank you guys so much. Peace out. I'll catch you. I'll be streaming hopefully tomorrow night. I think I haven't checked the schedule, but that's the plan. Maybe even a Printer Friday. Printer Friday? You guys are on board. So yeah, peace out, fellas. And don't forget, keep slaying. Boom.